like you completely duped me.
Wow.
Here I am trying to be a nice person. This is why you don't be nice to people.
This is why you don't ever be nice.
Because then you completely compromise who you are as a person in the end.
This is the Woody and Jim Show podcast, a daily recap of everything you missed.
We're going to be going through the Nashville Nightmare Haunted House, and we want you to come with us. Every day this week at this time, we'll be getting your haunted house stories. A 30-second story. If it delights us, well, maybe you'll go into the haunted house with us.
Yeah. So we've got 2 people standing by?
Yeah, we got Lindsay in Ashland City. Hey, Lindsay.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
And
Good morning.
We also have Bailey.
All right, we're bringing Bailey in. Bailey, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, Bailey.
All right.
All right.
You two are competing.
Yes.
You're each going to get to tell us a quick haunted house story, and we'll let the listeners decide which one of you gets to go on our haunted field trip.
Okay, Lindsay, you call in first. You go first. 30-second haunted house story. Ready, go.
Okay, so a couple friends and I from college, we're all in a big group. We went to National Nightmare, and I hate clowns more than anything in the world, and this giant clown comes up and acts like he's going to try to grab me. And, of course, I'm freaking out. Apparently, I get so scared walking through this whole thing that I literally bit one of my friends on the back.
Oh,
You
Lindsay.
bit a friend.
On the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I have no memory of it. Like
It was just a reaction.
I have no idea yes.
Your mind has removed that memory for your safety.
I'm just like, wow, on the back. Like, it's not even like you bit
Yeah. It
somebody's
was there.
finger. It's like you have to
I think we all agree about the clowns, though.
Yeah, totally.
It was
get-
awful.
Well done. All right, Bailey is in Hendersonville. Hey, Bailey.
Hi.
All right, 30-second haunted house story.
Tell us what happened.
All right. So I was with a group of friends, and we were also going to Nashville Nightmare. And I had this one friend. She really liked this guy. So we all, talked with each other to, get them to stand together so they would hold hands.
Yeah.
Well, we're going through the last haunted house, and we were running, and someone decided to, come up behind us and, chase us out. And there's this tunnel, and we all go under. And she goes under, but she doesn't tell the guy behind her that there's a tunnel, so she just, rams him into the wall.
Oh, so his head, hits the top of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
He almost got decapitated.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Nice stories, you guys. What we'll do is we'll let the listeners decide who is the winner. Is it Lindsay, the backbiter, or is it Bailey, the,
Bailey's friend.
face smasher?
Yeah, head smashing. Just let us know. Give us a text, 64895. Put WJ in the message, and then just tell us, backbiter or head bonker or something.
Yeah,
Tells us
we'll figure it out.
which story you liked. And when we come back from the break, we will tell you guys who is the lucky haunted house field trip winner.
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. We all know about superstar Walker Hayes, who is fancy like Applebee's.
Yeah.
Apparently, he and Applebee's have had a falling out.
Oh, no, they broke up? Why?
Apparently, back in July, he made a reference to Olive Garden on stage. And they got mad.
Big no-no.
So I guess he's...
Two-timing.
Yeah, he's written another song where he does mention Jesus and Applebee's, so he's hoping to win them back. So
Wow, it's kind of like that meme. He was walking with Applebee's and he saw Olive Garden walk by.
yeah, exactly. Turn, yeah.
You know you're, at an all-time low when you get canceled by Applebee's.
Seriously.
I love that. Ricki, what you got?
So you guys remember the Winnie the Pooh horror film?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yes.
coming out.
It
I don't
was
know if it
Blood
came out
and
yet.
Honey or something was the
Yeah.
name of it?
Well, now there's going to be a Grinch one. It's called The Mean One.
Oh.
And it is a slasher film that's coming out in December.
No.
And it's going to have a
don't.
lot of, the same classic material from
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss' How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There are no trailers to watch, but if you want a quick synopsis, I don't want to read it out loud because it sounds just really messed up. You can go to 1075theriver.com, keyword Ricki, and read all about it.
I feel like this
Right
one makes
there.
way more sense than Winnie the Pooh. Because the Grinch is, notoriously mean.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just going to do the
Right.
Grinch story, but without any fun.
There's
Yeah.
going to be no happiness in the end.
We're going to take all the happiness out of this.
Jim?
Amazing.
So our Nashville SC has made it to the playoffs for the third season in a row. of
Yeah,
their
they have.
existence. And Hani Mukhtar has won the Golden Boot award for the
Nice.
league, which means he scored the most goals in the entire league.
Wow.
Awesome.
And it makes him nearly a lock for the most valuable player in the league.
Good deal.
Just happens to be here in Nashville.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah.
congratulations, Hani Mukhtar. When he first came to the team, I said, he's going to be one of my favorite players because I love saying his name.
Exactly.
And then I became a favorite. He became one of my favorites by being awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Predators won their first 2 games of the season that count.
Yep, and the Titans won.
Yeah, despite their best efforts to lose every week, they won again yesterday.
We are just winning.
Crushing it.
We are so DJ Khaled.
Ew.
Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The River. All right, before the break, we heard a couple of quick haunted house stories between Bailey, who let somebody's face smash into a wall, and Lindsay, who was so scared she bit somebody.
In the
So
back.
we let you decide who was the winner, and the listeners have spoken by texting in. It looks like Lindsay, the back nibbler, is our winner.
Lindsay!
The back nibbler.
Somebody even commented saying, how extra is it and how scary for the girl in front of you that got bit. All right, Bailey, we hope you try again later this week, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right,
Thanks
all
so
right.
much.
Hey, Lindsay, you won a pair of VIP tickets to come hang out with us. So everybody on the show, we're all going to Nashville Nightmare coming up on the 27th.
We're doing it together, and I'm going behind you.
Yes, so
Yes.
you don't bite
So,
Jen.
yeah, we're going to let Lindsay, the biter, take the lead. But we did have 2 days being unsupervised. What did we do over the weekend, y'all?
Jim, you go first. What did you do this weekend?
2 main things. They were both Saturday. My son's new house, we had to go into his crawl space and get all the junk out that previous owners left.
Oh, yeah.
And then remove all the insulation from under the floors
Yipes.
because they need to spray for termites and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was where we were dressed up like astronauts with respirators and
Walk into this set of Breaking Bad or something.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was 5 hours of crawling around on our hands and knees in the dirt
Damn.
underneath the dark
That
house.
is dedication.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted just hearing about it.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as that was done, I had to come home, take a shower, and plan my wife's birthday celebration. So she wanted to have Italian food, but she didn't want to go out, and I was like, I can make Italian food. She loves my chicken parm. So I went out to the grocery store, cooked it all up, and we had birthday stuff, so that was a good time.
Well, happy birthday, Jen.
Her birthday was
Yeah.
what, Saturday?
That was Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in the same day after being in the house, crawling under the house all day. So that was exhausting.
Insulation and pasta.
Yeah.
Yum.
But then I ended it last night, played hockey, and won player of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, you did, Jim.
You go, Jim.
So
Good for
that
you.
was good. We lost, but I was the best one of all the losers.
You are the best of the losers.
I was the best
that counts
loser.
For something.
That actually should be a plaque.
The losers crowned me their king.
Bravo.
I'm king of the losers. I love it.
Ricki, what did you do?
I went to Oktoberfest on Saturday.
Oh, I heard
Nice.
that was huge.
Waited in an hour-long line for a bratzel, and I do not regret it at all.
No
It was
regrets.
delicious.
That sounds so good.
I also got my eyebrows tinted over the weekend for the first time ever. I'm wearing a hat, so you guys can't really see them.
They look fabulous.
But I went to
They
my
look
girl
good.
Sophia at Brow Darling, and she did a fantastic job. I feel like a whole new person.
Good job.
And then the rest of the weekend was relaxing. Oh, I
Nice.
went to the movies too with Zach.
What'd you see?
We went to go see Bros.
Yeah, we saw
How
Bros
was that?
Saturday
Is that
night.
good?
Yay, nay.
Yeah, it was all
just
right.
meh.
We were leaving, and my boyfriend was like, "So, what would you give it?" And I was like, "I'd give it a 6." And he was like, "Yeah, I'd give it a 4."
Okay.
So wait for cable or
Yeah. Or
Yeah, wait till
streaming
it's
service
free.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Woody, what did you do?
My girlfriend Melissa and I did a whole lot of nothing this weekend, but we had a great time. We
That
were
sounds
kind of
great.
dog sitting for my son and his wife who had to go to Chattanooga for a wedding. So while we were out Saturday morning early, we thought, well, we're out here in this neighborhood. Let's go look at yard sales.
Fun.
And I've had yard sales, but I've never been the person that goes from yard sale to yard sale.
But you've
looking
never
at
been
stuff.
the person acquiring new crap.
And Melissa's really into it. And so we went around. We found a bunch of stuff like Halloween costumes.
Cute.
And here's something also that I did not buy, but I took a picture of that we saw at a garage sale. It's a big pack of condoms.
Oh.
Who
And then-
sells that at a garage sale?
Who buys condoms at a yard sale?
Yeah.
I didn't buy it, but I wanted to kind of hear the backstory.
This kind of sounds like
Like,
somebody's
why?
like 20-year-old son just moved out.
Yeah.
and found it and
Oh,
cleaning out their
you know, that's
house.
probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had an NBA player who was staying with us for a while.
Yeah.
Then he left,
Yeah.
and this was what
Yeah, we were renting a room to Nick Cannon. He figured he didn't need them.
Clearly not.
seal was not broken on the package.
Zach, what else you do this weekend?
Friday, I had friends in town from Seattle, so we went to drinks and dinner at the Bobby Hotel. So
Nice.
it was super
Oh, nice.
cute.
I like that place.
And then Saturday, I had another friend in town, so we went to Soho House, Nashville, for like this musical bingo. It was super fun.
Cool.
And then we went to the
Sounds
Cheesecake Factory, and then we met Ricki to go to the movies.
Nice.
And then yesterday, I did not leave the couch. It was
Good for you.
great.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
How many pages into the Cheesecake Factory menu did you get before you had to leave? 'Cause
I
it's so,
made it
it's so
till
huge.
like 4 pages in, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to find something here. It's overwhelming me. Like,
They should put the Cheesecake Factory menu on like audible.com so people can just read it to you.
Yeah.
on your way there.
Because reading
Unabridged.
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Hey, because we're super brave, we're going to go through a haunted house, and we want to take you with us.
It's a Woody and Jim show family haunted field trip.
Yes. So
I'm
we thought,
excited.
why don't you give us? You got a good, haunted house story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunted house story, Halloween trick-or-treating
Yeah.
story. Tell us a great story about Halloween that says you're fun, and then we'll bring you along on our
Yeah.
haunted house field trip.
And you can hear Zach's blood-curdling scream. Here's an idea. Why don't you call us? 615-737-9107. We've got tickets to give away to a concert that we can't tell you about because it hasn't announced yet. It's a retro band that you're going to like, and the band is really into aliens. We'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Okay.
615-737-9107.
I have found out about a viral dog on social media, and I'm going to call him out right now as a fraud.
Oh.
Sorry.
Jim's huge dog expose.
If you believe in Bunny the dog that can speak in sentences, I think you're being duped. So Saturday night, I went down a Bunny the dog rabbit hole on the internet.
I don't know who this is.
He's super
So-
cute. Kind of looks like a doodle or a
He's
poodle of some
he's,
sort.
Okay.
Technically a sheepadoodle.
Okay.
Sheepadoodle? So
And-
is he like famous on TikTok or?
Yeah.
TikTok,
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Not
and
familiar with Bunny.
Yeah, I wasn't either. And so I started looking up the videos, and apparently the owner of the dog has been using like a soundboard on the floor that has like, I don't know, 70 plus words on it. And then
Oh, I've seen this.
Bunny comes over and presses buttons and makes
Yes.
sentences.
Oh, so okay.
And
So he doesn't speak, he just pushes on the
he
words.
pushes the
And
buttons.
the words
This
stay,
is
like
very
it,
much
pops
like
up.
something a person, a human with a disability would
Right,
use if
would
they
have to
couldn't
use a
speak.
keyboard,
right?
yeah.
But she says she's been training the dog in how to use this.
I've been teaching Bunny to speak using AAC, or Augmentative and Alternative Communication, for about the last 10 months.
And there's so many millions of followers that
Yeah.
are watching what Bunny is saying. And I'm looking at this going, all right, there's a ton of edits in every video.
Yeah.
And I think the lady is leading the dog into like what buttons to press. And I'm like, this is a fraud, because the dog is sitting there and some of these things is saying things like, you know, why did Dad go to the store? And I'm like, all right, your dog's using sentence structures that half the high schoolers can't write. And they're like, you know, and then there's ones where he's like contemplating the existence of life and sentience. I'm like, oh, shut up.
What a philosopher dog.
This is
Yeah.
a fraud.
So how have you found out that it's fake?
Well, let me play you an example of the dog pressing the buttons, and this is the over-enthusiastic person reading into what the buttons mean.
What are you doing, Nugget? Before see cat and bye. That's right. It's because the cat is upstairs now.
Yeah, like
So,
before it's a cat
That's
by.
Bunny the dog's interpreter.
Yes.
I also feel like this is a lot like a magician or like a hypnotist. Like you can take cues and create your own scenario.
Yes.
Funny you mentioned that, Zach, because I started doing some research and I found a animal behaviorist a scientist in Science Forum magazine who studied what was going on with Bunny the dog and said it can be all kinds of things. Everything from the things I mentioned, like editing, changing the sound of what the buttons say.
Putting their favorite treat on whatever button they want to push.
Of the dog just wanting to please, and there's ways with the inflection of your voice, getting the dog to press the buttons you want.
Yeah.
And that this has been going on with animals for 100 years. He showed examples of a bird doing the similar things, of a horse from 100 and some years ago that could do math, and all of them were frauds.
So you mean like the chickens that play the piano and can play poker? That's not real?
Apparently not. Sorry to burst your bubble, Woody.
But it's the ones that do commentary on the poker channel that, like, that I think we should be aware of. And here's one that I just thought, like, okay, this is just garbage. Bunny the dog.
Concerned. I'm sorry. Why small concern? Sad. Big. You're big sad? Why? Because Dad bye?
Yeah. So she's like leading the dog through all these things, and there's like huge amounts of fast forwarding. Like, so you can't tell if it's been edited or an hour later the dog said something and they connect.
I see what you're saying, yes.
That's a shame. We don't know what to believe in anymore.
I know.
Everything's a lie.
At least the three-eyed cats on TikTok are real.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. Not this again, Woody.
We all have Santa, and that's just, let's stop there. That's Santa's real and cool, and Bunny the talking dog is a fraud.
Everything else is a
I
fraud.
feel so bad that you stayed up all weekend long thinking about
Woody
Bunny.
and Jim lay it out after the break.
You did it for all of us.
Yeah.
Celebrity stuff.
So, Bachelorette and Bachelor Nation, I need y'all to pay attention.
Does she want to be the Bachelorette?
I would
She
love to
wants
see
to be
that.
the Bachelorette. She said that she's a huge fan of the show because, quote unquote, the women have the power. She said that she actually used it as like a calming, come down like moment during breaks on her supernatural TV show, Conjuring Kesha.
She loves ghosts.
Yeah. So she would use it as like a calming mechanism.
Isn't that already a dating show where she dates ghosts?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
She
was
talked
at least
about it, I think, at one time, yeah.
She did have one.
She had
a
one
one-night
physical
stand.
interaction with a ghost. Why are you making that face, Ricki?
I'm just smiling. I actually love the idea of her being the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
She said
It would
I
make
would
it
love
interesting again, at least.
I would
True,
actually
yeah.
watch it. And then whenever they asked her, like, hey, what kind of guys would you like to see on your season of The Bachelorette? Kesha said, honestly, it would be the most interesting lineup. I would just want old, hairy bikers. But if I got 25 old, hairy bikers, heck yeah.
I want this to happen so
Yeah.
bad
So
now.
she has a type.
All the details make me so happy. I want everything. I want this to happen now.
I would
Yeah.
definitely watch
Yeah.
Kesha taking these old, hairy bikers on dates. Like,
I'd be
It's like-
surprised if ABC goes for that, but that needs to be somewhere.
I know, because like that is their I think their most popular program.
Yeah.
Besides football, like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in
yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
is like right at the top. Like I say, cash in, do another one just with Kesha and 25 old bikers.
It would make me so happy.
Oh my God,
I'd be
literally
so
picturing-
happy.
What was that dating show with Flava Flav? Flavor of Love.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be like Kesha, Flavor of Kesha.
She needs to wear the big clock.
It would be
Awesome.
iconic.
would
But
be
if you
great.
want to see that whole interview, head to our website. It's 1075theriver.com.
Ricki, we love a good Uber story.
I had the weirdest Uber ride on Saturday ever.
Excellent.
It's always a kind of Russian roulette. What are you going to get?
Yeah, so it started off really weird because I got in the car and there were two guys in the car, like one driving and one in the passenger seat.
Oh, like a
Sketchy.
co-pilot?
Which immediately made me feel weird. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
already like, this is very weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I have no problem getting out of an Uber if I do feel uncomfortable. I've done it before.
That's what you need
So
to
I was
do,
like,
yeah.
all right, we'll see how this goes for like the next few blocks. So I'm in this Uber. And they
So
start-
is it just you and these two guys?
It's just me and these two guys.
Okay.
And they start talking to me, and I'm learning more and more about them, right? So the driver just came here from another country.
Okay.
He's been here for like 25 days. So we're talking, and he's saying, he really wants to find a long-term relationship, like someone that he can settle down with. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, sure.
This will be fun to bring up when I've known you for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll tell you where not to go. I'm like, don't go to Broadway. You're not going to find any real relationships on Broadway.
Good advice.
That's just, people going out to have fun.
Right.
And then I was just telling him, you're going to have to approach people at bars, which is the most uncomfortable thing to do when you're trying to look for somebody. And as we're talking, and I'm giving him all these tips because he seemed like a very sweet man.
Yeah.
And I'm giving him all these tips, trying to be like a friend.
Yeah.
His friend in the passenger seat goes, he's married and has 3 children back at home.
Oh, God.
He totally turned him in.
You mean like back in his home country?
Yes.
He left his... Oh, man.
He has a wife and 3 children. And he goes, yeah, well, there I have a wife. Here I'm single. And I was like, no, sir, that's not how it works.
That's not how life works. Oh, that's funny.
In some countries, that's the way it is. Like, they feel it's okay to have somebody back home and here.
I was like, no.
His wingman threw him under the bus.
Completely threw him under the bus. And he tried to flip it around and make it sound better. And I was like, no, sir, I will not be an accomplice in this.
Wow.
And delete everything that I just said.
Yes.
Right.
All of the advice that I gave you, forget about it.
Go to Broadway.
I was like, you completely duped me.
Wow.
Here I am trying to be a nice person. This is why you don't be nice to people.
This is why you don't ever be nice.
Because then you completely compromise who you are as a person in the end.
I've known 2 people in my life that were born in another country, got married here, and then said they were going home to visit family for a long time because a long trip.
Yeah, their first family,
and
it's their actual family.
Yeah.
They
so messed up.
Wow.
A bunch of kids and a wife back home.
So messed up. He was like, "Can I give you a phone number you can give your friends?" And I was like, "No."
Nope.
It's time for men and women to answer questions for gender wars.
Representing ladies in the audience, we have Alex in Shelbyville. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning. Aren't you so perky for a Monday? And for the guys, we have Caleb in Murfreesboro. Hey, Caleb.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Do we have a get acquainted question?
Yeah, the get acquainted question is so we're going to start with you, Alex. If you were a personal assistant for any celebrity, what celebrity would you choose?
That for sure is going to be Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay.
Caleb, same question for you. If you had to choose to be a personal assistant for any celebrity, which celebrity would you choose?
It's probably too obvious, but The Rock.
Great choice.
The Rock.
Love him.
He actually just announced he's not going to run for president, which is kind of sad.
It's really sad.
He just wants to be a dad. But we want him to be America's daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the daddy part, Woody.
Can we call you Daddy Dwayne?
Daddy Dwayne.
Daddy Dwayne is taking the White House. Okay. But we digress. Let's play the game.
You each have a screw you can use if you get in trouble, don't know the answer, and don't think your opponent knows it either.
Here we go, Alex. Multiple choice. Is Yoshi a character you find in Pokemon, Mario Brothers, or Sonic the Hedgehog? Yoshi.
I'm going to say Pokemon.
No.
You should have said Mario Brothers.
All right, Caleb. If you visit UrbanDecay.com, do you see shoes, jeans, or cosmetics?
Cosmetics.
Yes, you
right.
do.
Okay. Get back into it with this one, Alex. The Padres have moved ahead in the baseball playoffs for the first time in years. What city do they play for?
San Jose.
No.
Oh.
Different San Diego.
You were so close.
You're in the same state.
All right. Caleb is up 1-0. If he gets this one right, he could seal the victory.
The Great British Baking Show is seen on which Netflix server? Oh, I said the answer.
Ricki.
That was on me. I said the answer.
All right, we'll just move on then.
Go to his next question.
All right,
There'll
Caleb,
be
let's
no
try
points.
this question instead. What's the name?
What Netflix channel is this on?
We were just talking about it on the break,
I
too,
know,
so it was really on my brain. All right, Caleb, different question for you.
Okay.
What's the name of the kids' movie where Justin Timberlake is playing a troll?
Is that Trolls?
It's called
It
Trolls.
is,
All right.
yes.
It's kind of
That
a trick
time I did not
question,
give the
but not
answer.
really.
It was supposed to be a trick question.
But the question was the answer. So,
All right, well, Caleb, good job. You are the winner. You got some Post Malone concert tickets.
Sorry we made everybody think too hard, including ourselves. Congratulations. Enjoy Posty, and we'll do this again tomorrow morning at 7:20.
The war between Russia and Ukraine is continuing. Ukraine has actually made a lot of huge advances.
Yeah, it's been great. And, there was some terrible stuff that happened over the weekend. But Friday, Ukrainians and people around the world were celebrating because they took out a bridge, even though they've never accepted publicly.
Right, they haven't taken responsibility for it, but the people figure, okay, yeah.
There's this huge bridge that goes from Russia into Crimea, which is the country they invaded like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the main supply route for them to get all the Russian soldiers and their stuff into Ukraine. And somebody blew up the bridge.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And apparently it was Vladimir Putin's favorite bridge.
It was his favorite.
It was his favorite. Of all the bridges, that was his favorite.
Could you imagine having a favorite bridge?
He did. It cost
You're a dictator, you can do that kind of stuff.
$4 billion, and he drove a dump truck. He was the first one to drive across it in a dump truck. He was so proud. And they blew it up on his birthday.
Happy birthday.
On his birthday.
In fact, Woody, if you have the sound, if you can pull up sound from my phone.
Yeah.
They gave him a little bit of a...
Their meme game is strong.
A great meme goes a long way, as they had pictures of the bridge on fire.
Happy birthday.
And they're playing the classic video of Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday to the President.
Which was a fun thing.
Really funny.
Good for them.
But then, the meme game got even stronger because the bridge that they blew up goes over the Crimea River, okay?
Crimea River. How ironic is that? Does it actually?
Yeah.
So they were showing pictures of the bridge falling apart and on fire, while adding Justin Timberlake in the background for Crimea River.
I love it. That's the actual name of it. Like they name the river and then say, "This is gonna be funny in about 40 years."
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, hats off to the meme makers of Ukraine.
No
You're
kidding.
strong fighters, you're strong people, and great meme makers.
Woody and Jim in the morning, 107.5 The River. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. We are ready to play our fun little game where we show off our knowledge.
Are you smarter than Zac?
All right, first up we have Kalia in Gallatin. Good morning, Kalia.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
All right. General knowledge questions. The first person to 2 correct answers is the winner. You got to be right and you got to be fast.
Kalia, I want you to know that I walked in this morning and Woody said, just so you know, the questions are really hard today.
Of course, I say that all the time just to scare you.
True.
Okay. Are you ready, Kalia?
Here it is.
I'm ready.
Question number 1. How long was Benjamin Franklin our U.S. president?
8 years.
4 years.
Oh,
No.
so we have a cheater.
He was never president.
Yeah.
You're both wrong.
So it's kind of a trick question.
No
Okay.
points
All
awarded.
right. When do they hold the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
July.
Yeah, July.
When?
More specific.
July 4th.
Okay.
July 4th.
There you go. Zach got that
Point
one
to
fast.
Zach.
Okay.
All right, he's up 1-0.
What game is played on a net with a stick?
Oh, lacrosse.
Okay, that's
Wow,
2
impressed,
for
Zach.
Very good.
I'm a real sportsy guy out here.
I know.
Sporty
Sportsy
Spidey.
When we think of sports, we always think of Zach. Sorry, Kalia.
I love those good lacrosse blouses all the teams wear.
I will not say one of the reasons I knew it is because Ricki used to play lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and teach
That's why
it.
I was impressed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
coach
coach
it.
too.
All right. Okay, we have Esther in Cross Plains. Hey, Esther.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's see if you can be smarter than Zach with 2 correct answers.
Okay.
What is the only species where the male gives birth?
Seahorses.
Did you?
Was that a tie?
Did you say that as well, Esther?
I did.
All right.
That,
we're gonna-
I'm
we're
going to call that a tie.
It sounded
calling
like a
that a
tie.
tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, no points given on that one.
What is it called when a vapor or gas turns into liquid?
Distillery?
Distillery? No, that's how they make Jack
That's
Daniels.
a good guess.
Condensation.
Yep.
Yes, Zach.
Whoa, that was
Yes,
such a
Zach.
reach for me.
Just beat the buzzer.
Okay.
That was a shot in the dark, Esther.
Wow. Okay, Zach is up 1-0.
A beginning karate student starts with what color belt?
White.
White.
Yes, that's right.
Wow, Zach is killing it
man.
today.
All right.
Okay, sorry, Esther.
I don't know
Zach
what
is smarter.
he's up on today.
He got a lot of rest this weekend or something.
did.
He's
All
ready
right.
to go.
I've just been sucking the last 3 weeks. I needed to step it up.
All right, so would you like to take Zach on next?
Trending. Here's what's trending this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Brought to you by Mark Spade Real Estate. Zach.
So a lot of people love to wake up in the morning and have their cup of coffee.
Yes.
Well, Coffee Mate, the creamer company, actually just released a new flavor. It's called Kahlua and Cream flavor.
Ooh.
So, unfortunately, it's non-alcoholic. I know. But it's supposed to have, like, notes of sweet cream, dark rum, and rich roasted coffee. So they teamed up with Kahlua to make it taste like Kahlua without the alcohol.
Okay.
Just give me the Kahlua.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, there's that. It's in stores starting this month if you want to try it. Jim?
So, I forgot what I was going to mention. Oh, there it is. Beyonce came under fire over the weekend from a band from the 80s and 90s. Right Said Fred. The people that, can we just do it all together? That did the song,
I'm too sexy for this shirt.
Okay, those guys said that Beyonce used their song in what is being called in the industry these days an interpolation on her new album. Okay? And they said, and we didn't give permission, and we didn't know about it. To which Beyonce showed the receipts. Here's all the communications between all the lawyers and all the people.
She had dates and everything.
You would imagine Beyonce would have all her stuff together. She has her ish together when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So Right Said Fred said wrong.
They also posted on social media that they were so excited to be collabing with Beyonce.
Yeah, they said thank you.
Like
on
they were
social.
like, yeah, we're so excited about this. Thank you for involving us. And then later on said, we never agreed to that.
Wow.
What?
They tried to play every side they could.
Yeah, exactly.
Wrong said Fred. Ricki.
Haha, I see what you did there. So this guy decided that he was going to take quite a trip for his very favorite sweet treat. He flew 75 miles to a Krispy Kreme nearest to him to get 51 glazed donuts. He said that he wanted 51 because he was going to stick a bunch of them in the freezer. And he spent over $500 flying there, flying back, and getting the donuts.
They're not that good.
Apparently for Chase, they really are.
That's dedication. And also, he has a lot of extra income.
Yeah, clearly.
And time.
Yeah. I mean, there are
Wow.
a few things, though, that you just really miss. Like, I know there's a few things back at home that I'm like, oh, I really love that right now.
It's nostalgia more than the actual taste.
But I don't think I'd actually fly there to get it and come back.
Yeah, and there's people that that live around here from everywhere, and they have a favorite thing from back home. They have somebody send it to them.
That's very true. Mail, what a weird thing.
Come on.
I would love like an In-N-Out burger, but I'm not going to fly, 100 miles to get it.
I think we should.
We should.
Freeze it.
Field trip.
Yeah. Woo! 107.5 The River with Woody and Jim in the morning. So far, Zach has done disappointingly well.
Disappointingly? They always root for me to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the case.
Well, most of the time I do, so.
I don't know. You've been pretty good lately.
You've been pretty quick.
See if our listeners are up to the task to see if they're smarter than Zach. First one to 2 right answers is the winner. If it's our listener, then they're smarter than Zach.
Yes, and they get a lovely gift certificate. Or actually, there's no gift, but a certificate.
Right.
Tony is in Lebanon. Hey, Tony.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Okay, remember the first two correct answers is the winner. What president, although you rarely see one, what president is on the $2 bill?
Ooh. Let's see.
Hoover.
No, it's not.
Zach
Hoover.
is staring off into the abyss.
Time is up for both
Time
of
is
you.
up. Okay, yeah. Thomas Jefferson.
Oh.
Thomas Jefferson is on the $2 bill.
No points.
What is President Bill Clinton's middle name?
Bill.
His middle name is Bill. You
Some
have an
people
answer?
go by their middle name.
Tony?
Leonard.
Okay, no, it was also Jefferson.
Oh.
Wow, Jefferson.
If you're envious, what color are you said to be?
Red?
Green.
Oh.
Green! Tony is our winner. Tony, you got that?
Red was nothing.
Okay.
Green was correct.
That's close.
Tony is ahead.
Depends on if
1-0.
envious makes you mad, too.
Tony is up.
Oh, my
1-0.
God.
Warsaw is the capital of what country?
Of a country?
Yes.
Warsaw, Tanzania.
Oh, you're so close. Do you have an answer, Tony?
No.
It's Poland. Poland. Okay.
Well, duh.
Tony still has a 1-0
Yeah,
lead.
duh, Zach.
What bugs are classified as arachnids?
Arachnids?
Mm-hmm.
Centipedes?
Spiders!
Spiders, yep.
Tony is smarter than Zac.
Centipedes.
I was just trying to think of things with a lot of legs.
Well, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Well
would've
done,
accepted
Tony. You hold
The
on.
Rockettes.
Let's-
New York City Rockettes.
Let's-
Okay.
Let's go to Jessica in Hermitage. Hi, Jessica.
Good morning.
Okay.
Hello.
Zach is on a losing streak. Let's see if you can keep it going. Michael Myers is the villain of what movie franchise?
Halloween.
Ooh.
Nice.
Look at you
All right,
go,
Jessica.
Jessica.
You knew that. Well, I was not going to get that. I don't watch movies.
Okay. What word that starts with a H means an educated guess?
Hey, I guessed.
That is the best answer ever.
I got 4 buzzers.
Do you have an answer, Jessica?
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis is
Nice.
right. Once again.
Are you sure that's what that
Jessica
means?
is smarter than Zach.
Zach is actually
No,
Googling it right
She's
now.
not sure. She just took an educated guess. Zach.
Oh, your hypothesis was the answer was hypothesis. Well done. All right. Okay, let's see if we can keep this
Okay,
going.
that's not
One
completely
more.
correct according to the dictionary.
Okay.
Whiners will
What's
be
our number one rule? No whining.
kicked out of the game.
Okay, then don't make up answers.
All right, Lauren is in Lebanon. Hey, Lauren.
Hi.
Okay. Let's see if we can keep his losing streak going. What continent is home to the Sahara Desert?
Africa.
Asia.
Africa's right.
Africa was
Zach got
correct.
that one.
It's
Okay.
a point for Zach. His first one in many a minute.
What was Frank Lloyd Wright famous for?
First one to ride a bicycle.
Oh, you're so close. You have an answer?
No.
It's not close.
He's an architect.
Oh. I bet he could ride a bike really good, too.
That is true.
Yep.
No
He was
points.
known for that as well.
What classic board game features candles, revolvers, and a lead pipe?
Monopoly?
No. Although that would make it a lot more fun if there was violence. You have an answer?
I have no idea.
Okay. Clue. Clue is the name. All right.
Oh. That's only old people play that.
The
Right.
The Battle of the Bulge happened during what World War?
Zach.
It is gray sweatpants season.
Hold it together, Zach.
The Battle of the Bulge, also known as Sweatpants Season.
It happened where?
During
What's
what
the question?
War?
During what war?
What was the question?
The Battle of
I'm
the
sorry, I
Bulge
didn't hear.
happened in what war?
Oh, World War II.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You sounded like a car that couldn't start there for a second.
Like the battery was dead.
Okay, one more correct and you are the winner, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I feel like I can't breathe.
The next question is, what is Hormel's famous canned pork product?
Spam?
Yes,
Yep.
Spam. Okay,
Sorry,
we're
Laura.
tied
That
up.
was a good guess.
No, we're not tied up.
Zach
I won.
it, actually.
Did you win?
I got
Oh.
Africa.
I'm
Woody,
sorry.
learn to count, bro.
I was caught up in the euphoria of you losing.
But that was a fun one. That was a fun one.
Sorry, Lauren. All
Not
right.
smarter than Zach.
Okay, we have certificates to fill out, so
Yes.
we'll play again next Monday.
Woody and Jim in the morning on 107.5 The River.
Cool example of seeing something and doing something about it. There's a school bus driver in Michigan that's become a hero. I guess a couple was letting out one child go into the class, into school, and had their 2-year-old in the car seat waiting right outside. And they were dropping the baby right there when somebody jumps into their car and runs off
with the
carjacking with the 2-year-old in the car.
God.
Of course, they panicked, obviously, and
Yeah,
started
it's so
calling
scary.
for help. They called 911, and there was a bus driver right there. And all of a sudden, he just went down the street. They went down the street, and about 5 blocks away, they found the child that I guess they had let out of the car, just standing in somebody's driveway.
Oh my God.
It was kind of cool as they were able to, kind of bring the kid back and have a nice reunion.
Is this your baby? He's okay.
I'm glad the kiddo's
That's
okay.
so
'cause that's
scary.
so scary.
I guess the car is still gone, but they're not worried about
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, you
there
can
you go.
get that replaced, but not your little one. Oh, that's
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
great job, bus drivers. Thank you, all the bus drivers. We know that your job sometimes doesn't come with the glory it deserves.
Yeah.
We appreciate you and all the things you have to do to keep people safe. And you're what's making us happy this morning with Woody and Jim on 107.5 The River.
Thanks for listening to and recommending the Woody and Jim Show podcast. Listen to Woody and Jim in real time every weekday morning on 107.5 The River, Nashville, or live on the iHeartRadio app.